Good evening, Arasia News Bulletin and Augustine Side reporting. In the headlines, House Speaker Buffer Chambers underscores the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. Monsterado County Senator Sir Joseph discloses the arrest of several individuals in connection to an alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives announces the holding of a debate for those vying for the speakership position of the House of Representatives. And of the home front, two people have been killed and several others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the records has said, according to the BBC. Those were the top stories, now the news in detail. House Speaker Buffer Chambers has underscored the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. According to him, the move, when implemented and worked on by West African leaders, will end the increased costs in the region. Speaker Chambers made the remarks in an interview with journalists at the Rabat International Airport upon arrival from the International Roundtable Conference at the weekend. The conference, according to Speaker Chambers, was centered on the role of Parliament in West Africa and improving various sectors, including security. Speaker Buffer Chambers further described military coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea as troubling, stressing the need for urgent attention to eradicate the menace. He also emphasized the need for collective effort in ensuring that West African countries are self-sufficient in food security. Speaker Buffer Chambers addressing participants during the International Roundtable on Parliament's in Security Sector Governance and Reform in West Africa emphasized the critical need for African nations to convene conferences aimed at finding solutions to challenges facing the continent. The event held in Nigeria was organized by the Conrad at Junior Shifnord German Political Foundation in collaboration with the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies. Monserrado County Senator Sir Joseph has disclosed the arrest of several individuals in connection to the alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Senator Joseph also ordered residents involved in the looting to return the materials with immediate effect. Four persons have reportedly been arrested. Speaking to reporters after a day-long visit in the area, Senator Joseph described the situation as unacceptable. He, however, noted that the company's failure to live up to the social corporate responsibilities was not in the right direction. Senator Joseph is meanwhile calling on residents of the chiefdom to remain calm as they are doing everything possible to address the situation. The Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives has announced the holding of a debate for those vying for speakership position at the House of Representatives. According to the executive of MDR, the debate is in partnership with the Aaron's Cardiac Studio Foundation and KMTV Liberia and is expected to be held on Wednesday, December 20. Making the disclosure to RCA News, the executive director of the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative, John Corey, said the debate will be held either at the Rotunda or the joint chambers of the Capitol building. Corey noted that MDR and panels, especially members of the legislature, new and all staffers of the legislature to attend the debate to meet their potential leaders face to face and talk about the urgent desire for the proper functioning of the legislature. According to John Corey, the known candidates yet for Speaker of the House of Representatives include Representatives-elect Musa Belete, Fonati Kofa, and Rete Nangbe. At the same time, the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiative is expected to organize debates for the Female Journalists Association of Liberia elections. According to John Corey, the event will be organized on December 14 2023 at University of Liberia main campus ahead of the future elections on December 15. Several citizens in Grand Cape Mount County are calling on senatorial candidate Mapu Soni to withdraw his case at the National Elections Commission and allow the senator-elect to be certificated. Senatorial candidate Mapu Soni filed a complaint at NEC against Senator-elect Daba Vabla over election irregularities in the just-ended presidential and legislative elections. RCI Grand Cape Mount County correspondent said, as a result of the case, Madam Vapla was not certificated last Friday when the NEC certified winning candidates in the Monrovia. Our correspondent quoted citizens as calling on Sony to let go his ego for the growth and development of Grand Cape Mount County. A pro-democracy group, Liberians for Democratic Action, has termed the U.S. sanction imposed on Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Cody as reaffirmation of justice and accountability for corruption and human rights abuse in the country. Recently, the U.S. Department of the Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Control designated Mayor Cody for gross violation of human rights and corruption. Speaking at a press conference over the weekend, leader Chairman Prince Woodrow lauded the American government for the action taken, adding that it is reaffirmation of justice, accountability, freedom, and human rights. According to him, the allegations on which Mayor Cody was designated for were acts he committed during his time in government, stressing that he is a violator of human rights. The group meanwhile called on the incoming government to investigate Mayor Cody and others who were designated by the U.S. government during the CDC administration. The management of RLJ Canada Hotel and Villas has termed as fabricated a publication by the New Dawn newspaper accusing the company of bad labor practices and ill treatments against employees. In its December 8, 2023 edition, the New Dawn newspaper accused the hotel of malpractices, ill treatments, among other bad labor practices. The publication further quoted the New Dawn newspaper as saying an employee of the institution identified as Daniel Faraflomo was dismissed by the hotel management for cautioning reduction in his salary from US $135 to $124. The newspaper also quoted Josephine Vivian Gasvian, an employee of a private security firm, who alleged of being slapped and dismissed for denying a Ghanaian national of entering the hotel after 8 p.m. in accordance with the management mandate. But in response to the publication, the hotel human resource manager, Boniface Kia, said since the establishment of the hotel in 2009, its workforce has never exceeded 150 staff. The RLJ Hotel human resource manager also refuted the former employee's accusation that he was dismissed by the management for cautioning reduction in his salary from US $135 to $124, stating the company's salary scale is above the Liberian government official salary threshold in accordance with the 2014 Decent Work Act. Also, reacting, the general manager of the hotel, Ambrose Hopford, termed the allegations against the entity as fabricated lies. Hopford frowned at the New Dawn newspaper for mistaking him for Roberta Chokono or Abraham Johnson as the manager of the hotel. The New Dawn claimed that more than 300 staffers of the hotel have been made redundant following management transition from American to Ghanaian team headed by Roberta Chokono. The proprietor of the Wetona Christian Academy, Isaac Peters, has urged youthful Liberians to use their skills to develop Liberia. Speaking over the weekend at the 5th commencement convocation of the Thomas Foundation Vocational Training Institute, Peters said TVET being a form of education and training that provides knowledge of one's capacity building must be used to build the nation rather than being used to corrupt the system. According to him, and a nation that prioritizes different education is on path of success, thereby urging the over 4,000 graduates to use their skills acquired to positively contribute to the building of Liberia. For their part, graduates lauded the facilitators and sponsors of the Thomas Foundation Vocational Training Institute for passing on knowledge to them that has made them self-sufficient. They meanwhile vowed to use the knowledge acquired to positively impact their respective societies. And in foreign development, 2 people have been killed and 7 others in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the Red Cross has said. The vehicles, which the charity said were clearly marked with a Red Cross emblem, were due to evacuate over 100 civilians. The wounded included 3 staff, the International Committee for the Red Cross said. In a statement, they said they were shocked and appalled. Sudan's civil war between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces is now in its 8th month. Earlier on Sunday, the East African regional body, the IGAD, said he had secured a commitment from both sides to implement a ceasefire and hold face-to-face talks. Arasia News Bulletin in detail to end the recap of the top stories. House Speaker Dr. Wilford Chambers underscores the need for sustained security structure amongst West African countries to combat terrorism. Montserrado County Senator Sir Joseph discloses the arrest of several individuals in connection to alleged looting of the Chinese Urban Rural Service construction area. Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives to hold a debate for those vying for speakership position at the House of Representatives. And off the home front, 2 people have been killed and 7 others injured in a deliberate attack on an aid convoy in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, the Red Cross said. That's Arasia News Bulletin. I'm Augustine Sa. Good evening.